Everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Eric. I am one of the education specialists for Easton Learning and Life Center, and this is our YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and share this video. And do not forget to click the notification bell in the left or right corner of your screen to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. For those that are already a part of our channel, thanks so much for coming back for another video. We know we've been going for about 2 weeks, but we have been posting shorts. So if you haven't watched our shorts here on our channel, please go check those videos out. This video, hello Mr. B. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some things that we're working on in the school garden, since next week we will be starting our garden sessions with the students for this new school year. And as I talk, I'm going to be planting some new fall crops in the ground as well as harvesting. Let's get into today's video. So as you already know, summer is on the way out and fall is slowly but surely coming in. So we have a lot of things in the garden to accomplish in terms of the timing of everything and making sure that we're utilizing our time very well and using it to the best of our ability. So I've already started a lot of different fall crops for the students in the fall garden. This year we're switching things up a bit. We're going to be not only starting seeds mostly, but we're going to have the students direct sow more than they start seeds. So we will be starting more seeds with the students and teaching them how to do so, but we want to make sure that we actually direct sow the seeds, because we've just noticed that doing the transplanting doesn't always benefit us, especially if you start a bunch of seeds like I have already, and then the seeds just they grow into the plant. The plant does well, but then when you transplant them, they have that transplant shock. And if you have like almost 100 plants that like we already do, and we have 50% of them not do well, then that's not a good look. So we are gonna, like I said, we are going to do the whole transplanting and seed starting method of growing our own plants, but we're going to do more of the direct sowing, so that once the students put the seeds in the ground, the seeds germinate and they just stay where they are growing. Right here we have our snap peas. You see this little trellis here? So we planted snap peas last night, and you can see that on screen right now. But right here in front, we have the Swiss chard in the front, and then in this area we're going to put a mixture of collards. Right here, collards, lacinato kale or dinosaur kale, and I think this is either green mustards or a type of cabbage. It's one or the other, but we're going to put them all here, and this will be the beginning section on this side of the garden of the fall garden. take you guys in the greenhouse to show you the different plants that we're actually growing right now. And then we'll just discuss the types of actual other crops for the fall that we want to start growing. Did want to show you guys the cantaloupe. We'll be harvesting this before it gets cold. We have 4 over here. We have 1, 2. This one's almost ready. It's almost ready. 2, and then 3 right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. 3 there, and then there's another one right there. 4. So we'll be harvesting these cantaloupe really soon. Hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but we have merch. We have shirts, bags, jackets, cups, socks, and more products right on the way. So head over to our website now, www.evllcinc.com, and grab your merch today. We've also decided that we will not ever grow these red beans ever again. I really don't know the actual name of them. We just call them red beans. Maybe I can get you guys an example before we call it red beans. Here, let's see. Okay. They're not really red, but we just call them red. They're probably related more closely to like a cow pea or a black eye pea. But that's what they look like, and they grow marvelously. Like, they are great growers, but they attract so many aphids. Look at how many aphids. There are millions of aphids on this plant. Those are just 2 sections that I just showed you. Those in that section, they're everywhere. Everywhere we point to, you will see the aphids. It's disgusting. It's really just gross looking. Like, we can rinse off the beans that grow, but they're just infested all throughout this area. On the positive side, yes, the beans attract the aphids, which means they don't go to the other plants in the garden during the summer. But if we're really just trying to grow these beans for a harvest, it's kind of gross to even try to do, because they're all over the bean. Not only do the aphids come, but it also attracts the ladybugs. And I love that we're creating an ecosystem for all of the insects that we know and that we love, and all of the other insects that we don't know about, haven't really seen, but they are there. But it's just like, do we continue growing these beans and not really getting a harvest out of them? I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you guys think we should do. Okay, on this side of the greenhouse, we have a new fall garden that we've started. We have marigolds, the dwarf yellow marigolds, I believe, in the back. We have some beans, our last round of beans here in the front. We have a beautiful basil plant. And then we have different greens. So we have some radishes in the front, and then I believe these are some Swiss chard plants. And then there's another round of root crop right here. I think we placed turnips here. And remove the flowers and stuff. These are just going to be tossed in the woods there because they had root knot nematode. They were dealing with those flowers and tomatoes that are here that are brown now. They were dealing with root knot nematode. So we're not going to put that in the compost, because all we would do if we did would transfer the root knot nematode into one other area of the garden. We don't want to do that. So we have the flowers here. The tomatoes, I think the tomatoes will be the last things removed, because look, it's still producing, and more tomatoes being produced there. I think what our game plan is to leave the tomatoes and all these flowers, the marigolds and the zinnias that are here, and let them, you know, keep blooming and keep being a food source for the pollinators that we have in the garden. I think we are going to let them stay for now, okay? Let the students see what a chaotic garden looks like, and have them have the opportunity to build out a new garden for the fall. I think that's the game plan. Also, we have cosmos, echinacea, and zinnias in the greenhouse that we just started. So, you know, that will be a new fall flower crop for the pollinators. Even though echinacea, I think, takes like 2 years to actually produce a flower. So we'll probably see those flowers next year around this same time. This school year, well, this semester, we'll be teaching the students how to prune fruit trees. Like, I'm gonna prune this tree because the limb is just that is crazy the way it's growing right now, and I don't really like that. But we're gonna prune all the fruit trees and make them more uniform, and we definitely need to stake that one up just like we did that pear tree there. This is actually an apple tree, and it only produced 1 fruit this year. So we need to prune it. We need to feed all of the fruit trees with the fruit tree fertilizer that we have. Everybody needs to get their good round of nutrition before they all go dormant. And then here in the hugelkultur bed, which is doing really, really good, the sweet potatoes are almost ready to harvest. Look at that. They are almost ready to harvest, and I cannot wait to harvest them with the students. We're just letting a few more weeks go by so that the potatoes can get bigger. A major goal for me as one of the educators for the Project Great program is to really grow more pounds of food. Like, that is my top goal. I have many goals, but that is one of my top goals with working with the students in the garden, is to grow more food. So with that, this area is going to be scrubbed, okay? It's going to be scrubbed. No soil, no plants. The only plants over here that are going to be in raised beds. So this semester, and probably a little bit of next semester, hopefully we can get it accomplished before December. That's the goal, but at the latest before April. And what I mean by that is scrubbing all of this, removing all of the leaves, the beds, foliage, weeds, getting this clear. I want it to look the way it looked when we first started back in 2019. Flat surface, no green in this area. We're gonna put a tarp over the top of the soil once it becomes a flat surface, and then we're gonna put raised beds over here, and it's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look so good. And right now I'm gonna show you what I kind of envision this space to look like by going over to Canva. So let's go. In this particular area of the garden, as you see on screen, we will have 8 raised beds. They will all be uniform, meaning they will have the same height, length, and width. And we're going to focus on growing more of our alliums, brassicas, and root crops. So that includes garlic, onions, turnips, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, spinach. We want to make sure that we are utilizing the square root gardening method, which allows you to grow more food in a smaller space. And we will be teaching that to our students this fall. And I can't wait to see the actual outcome and results of these raised beds, because I know for sure that they are going to produce lots of food. Okay guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for coming to watch the garden tour and learn a bit about the work that we're going to be doing this upcoming this upcoming semester. Thanks so much for watching. To keep up with all of the work that we have going on in the school garden, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on our social media channels. EBLLC on Instagram, well, EBLLCINC on Instagram and Facebook, and Project Grape on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and we will see you all later in the garden. Bye.